Warning, this podcast contains grown-up subjects and big boy words. It is intended for adults only, but we won't tell on you if you don't tell our grandmas how many swears we did.
Welcome to Only Mostly Thread, where three creative professionals thread our way through the frightening forests of peculiar posts, attempt to answer curious questions, and dive deep into Reddit's reserves, all to bring something special to you. I'm your friendly neighborhood film guy and hairiest host, Devin Hoy.
It's all messed up because Lily's not here.
Oh no!
The whole cadence of the recording, my mind went blank. Lily, our resident asshole, is resident missing today, so it's just us. If it sucks,
yeah, she's doing. If it sucks, it sucks.
It is what it is. So yeah, I'm Sarah, anxious as ever because of this. So yeah,
I think this is a special episode, and perhaps a taste of what is to come of any time ever Lily is doing cool or adult things, and we have to record without her. And it goes as well as this is.
Yeah.
This is
kicking it off at a solid like D-, I have to say.
Yeah, but we've got a pseudo game plan. We've got things to try. Maybe they'll work, maybe they won't. But as far as you, listener, listening to it right now, everything that's on here works.
That's true. You are getting the polished piece of poo.
Yeah.
Or a piece of gold.
Enough that it's either so bad it's real funny and we're giving it to you and being like, please laugh at my dump, or it's amazing and we say the same thing.
So what a mystery. You might as well wait and see.
Yeah. So let's start this episode of only sort of thread, only kind of thread. We're going to look at a new subreddit for this show, which is TIFU, or Today I Fucked Up. This is sort of a golden oldie of Reddit.
Yeah, a real classic. It's like the first Reddit. I think this was my foray into Reddit.
Wait, you've read this post already?
No, not the post, but Today I Fucked Up.
Oh, okay. It's what drew you in and made you realize.
Oh, yeah. Were you
Reddit
saying the post
thing.
is a classic post?
Yes,
Gotcha.
It was. I saved it in a spreadsheet of like things for us to do, but it didn't fit the point getting thing of nutting. But the reason I saved it is because like I asked Reddit. Well, I found an Ask Reddit that was one of the best threads on Reddit, and this was one of them.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Would you like to do the honors?
Sure.
You can hand off the baton at any point.
Okay, will do. Posted by user deleted 4 years ago. Today I fucked up by demanding.
How'd they get that username without even having any numbers?
The original deleted.
Yeah. Well.
Today I fucked up by demanding that my girlfriend show me where she buried our beans in the woods, causing her to break up with me. Okay, curious start. Don't worry, there is a story to go with this. I admit...
Yeah, we are in for a ride.
Yeah, I'm so excited. This is a long story. Holy moly. Okay. Holy beans.
Whoa.
I admit I posted a version of this on the relationship subreddit the other day, but they closed it with no explanation. I assume because they just decided it was fake. I can see how they might think that, but this is a true thing that happened and is happening. Sorry, I don't know if you could hear that. There were sirens.
I can.
Okay. But this is a true thing that happened and is happening, and now there's more to it because I actually got broken up with over it. Wow.
Ooh.
With all that going on, we had stocked up on supplies, including some canned goods. I ordered a few weeks ago 30 cans of beans. Okay. 10 are black beans, 10 are kidney beans, and 10 are pink beans. What are pink beans?
What are pink beans? Are those just actual kidneys?
Just Just the beans that are actually our organs or someone's organs.
Are they toe beans?
Oh, little cat beans? That's messed up.
Yeah, that's probably what they are. He
Yeah.
ordered half a kit. I don't know how many toe beans are on cats. 2 cats, maybe? 2 cats. 10 pink beans.
It's just, oh yeah, how many beans are on one foot? 5,
I
and
think
then the
like
paw
3
pad.
or 4, 5.
What?
Oh, okay.
Don't they have a bean for, I don't
Yeah,
know. I guess I gotta go
probably.
check. What's wrong with your cats?
We're derailing this episode.
Yeah.
How many
I have to know.
beans
Okay, my guess is 6.
are on cats?
Because I think it's 5, 1 for each paw. And then, no, I think it's 4 and then 1, and then the paw pad. Like the hand pad.
I think you're taking liberties. I Googled, and I quote, how many beans are on cats? And the first answer is cats have 4 toe beans on each foot.
And a palm. They have a middle one.
But that can't be a bean.
All right, that's fair. What's that? A bean bag.
Yeah. So
All
that's
right.
what he ordered.
Okay, so yeah, fair. Also, I ordered 15 cans of chickpeas. I thought this is a reasonable amount of beans and chickpeas to have every now and then and would last for quite some time. However, earlier this week, I opened the cabinet because I wanted to make a vegetarian chili using 2 cans of beans, but all the beans were gone. What the hell? I asked my girlfriend, and she told me she buried all of the beans in the woods. Of course. So far, this is totally normal. At first, I thought she was joking, but she explained, no, she had buried the beans in the woods. WTF? I asked her to explain, and she told me she was afraid that if things get bad, we might have to worry about, quote, looters or whatever, end quote, and that the beans would be in danger of being stolen. I said I thought, in the beginning of this, did they say that they were like doomsday preppers? No.
All he said was, so he had his like first paragraph that was just like, I posted this somewhere else. But then he started this with
all that going on.
And
Okay. With all that is going on.
4 years ago. Yeah, with all that is going on.
Okay,
It
so
was
the
4
beginning of
years ago,
COVID.
which is 2020.
Okay,
right? So-
okay. That's the context my brain needed. All right.
Okay. It actually makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah. I mean, who wasn't doing weird shit in 2020, you know?
I mean, me.
Every time Hunter would come home with food, I was like spraying down the food and making him take all his clothes off at the bottom of the stairs and go upstairs and change and take a shower. Like, you know, everybody had different reactions to COVID.
Hunter, you're home. Get naked.
Naked immediately.
I washed my hands even more than I do.
Yeah.
And I wore a mask all the time. Like I wasn't like being like, this is a joke or
No,
anything.
you were COVID conscious.
Yeah. But I was also like, well, I don't have supplies or anything. Guess if I die, I die.
Yeah. Yeah. So you were like nihilistic, but looking out for those around you.
And I want to describe myself as nihilistic. I would describe myself as perhaps lazy.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Hunter wanted to be lazy too, and I wouldn't allow it. Okay. I said I thought this was completely ridiculous and unlikely. Re the looters. She became angry and said she is protecting our beans. According to her logic, the beans are safely buried in the woods.
Protecting our beans.
She's doing her duty. According to her logic, the beans are safely buried in the woods behind our apartment complex. And if we ever need some beans, she will go to the stash and dig up a can or two, but would prefer if we save them all for, again, quote, if things get worse, end quote. I said, why only bury the beans? Why not bury our more valuable items? She said canned food was our most valuable for long-term means. And that since we get fresh food in our online grocery deliveries, it would make sense to continue to stockpile beans. She intends to go bury more beans in the woods every week. Okay? We all had a hobby, right? Some of us took up knitting.
Some people learned how to make sourdough bread.
Yes.
Other people buried beans in the woods every week.
Okay, popcorn new.
Okay, yeah. She intends to go bury more beans in the woods every week. This was too insane for me, and I got very upset. I demanded to know where the beans were buried. and she refused to tell me. She said if I knew she was afraid I'd dig them up. I said, damn right I would. She said, I will never jeopardize the beans. The follow I want someone who says these things to be in my life, but who says them seriously, and I want them to be tangentially in my life so that I don't like get tired of them. The following day, I tried to put my foot down, and I'm not usually a foot downer, but there are rare issues where compromise is out of the question, and I foolishly decided this was one of those issues.
Oh boy.
I demanded to know where the beans were buried, and I told her if she was going to bury beans I paid for in the woods, that I would move out. We fought about it, and I kept insisting. In hindsight, I should have just let it go and created my own hidden stash of beans in the apartment and given her time to maybe cool down about this bean burying scenario. But I blew it all out of proportion. Yeah, it's weird to bury beans in the woods, but why did I have to press it? What's the harm at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things? But I kept demanding her to take me to the beans or at least draw a map or something. And finally, she broke up with me over the beans. I have lost the love of my life because I wouldn't let the damn beans go. I am in disbelief. She moved out. Not only am I heartbroken, but I am now paying full rent instead of 50%, which is a huge financial issue for me. There's a TLDR. Too long, didn't read. I kept demanding that my girlfriend show me where she buried the beans in the woods, and she got so angry at me that she ended our relationship and moved out. My heart is shattered, and my finances are jeopardized because of a bean hoard.
You know what my first instinct... Well, my first instinct was just like shock and disbelief. And then my smarter, more relationship savvy self had another thought, and that was, this is probably not about the beans.
Yeah, it's probably not about, it can't be just about the beans.
Yeah. We've all met that person that's just like, so-and-so is mad at me and I didn't do anything. And then you hear the other person's side of the story and they did 100 million things, and so-and-so turns out to just be like not very self-aware, kind of sounds like.
So what would the girlfriend's side of the story sound like?
Okay, maybe the girlfriend is like, he doesn't put the toilet seat down. He doesn't listen to me about the beans. Maybe she's like emotionally attached to the beans. And this is like August, September 2020. We've all been laid off. We're stuck with our significant others for way too long without being able to leave the house or see other people. We're getting a little weird.
Yeah.
Like, we've watched all the trash TV we can watch. This girl has gotten like emotionally attached to hoarding beans and needed some support, and he wasn't supportive, and maybe also he wasn't helpful around the house, and maybe there were just a lot of other things that piled up, and maybe she just broke up with him and he assumed it was about the beans, or she broke up with him and he was like, this is about the beans, and maybe it wasn't even about the beans.
Maybe she's not even obsessed with the beans. Maybe he's the only one obsessed with the beans. And it's like, I think this is early COVID, whenever like toilet paper was gone.
Yeah.
Because by the time we were having cabin fever, we could get regular supplies of things, except like chips that they put in computers for whatever, coastal shipping reasons. But I think this is early pandemic and everyone's freaking out still. And she's like, you know what? We should bury some canned goods in the backyard. You got a bunch of beans. I'll just bury them. From this story, if I take some facts at face value, she didn't tell him first. So he's away. Why is he away?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess maybe he had to work or something, being forced to.
Okay, maybe.
But she's like, oh, we should bury things that don't expire. Well, he bought a ridiculous amount of beans. I'll just go bury them, because if looters come, they won't find our beans. And then he comes home and he's like, where are my beans?
Yeah.
And that's the red flag.
Yeah.
Maybe. Then he goes down this those cork boards with the red threads like attached to pins and stuff. He
Yeah.
like goes all conspiracy theory on the beans, and he's like, "Draw me a map to the beans."
Right.
And then she leaves.
Because things just got like way too intense over the beans. Like, I get it. Like, maybe she just got to the point where, like you said, maybe we should just bury some stuff. Not everyone in the world, she didn't know that this was going to get put on Reddit so that people can dissect this choice of hers. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was spraying down groceries. That was an odd choice. I know that like other people did that, but like I did it way after other people did that. So it's all
I
right.
thought you were gonna say way before, like
Wait.
2017.
I have always sprayed down my groceries. When someone's sick in the house, though, I've done some like really weird stuff in terms of like germs or whatever. You're not expecting
Mhm.
your neuroses when you're in like a pressure situation like COVID in the beginning when we didn't know anything, to be put under a microscope. So yeah, I just feel like it's not because she wouldn't tell him where the beans are. And it's not because he was obsessed with the beans. It's just, I just don't buy that.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, she made a choice, and he didn't stand by her.
yeah. Or you could take a philosophical approach and say, a la Kevin in The Office, what does a bean mean? Like, what do the beans actually mean? Are
What do
the
they mean?
beans a metaphor for, I don't know, their hopes and dreams? Or like,
2 quotes from her is that she is protecting our beans, and I will never jeopardize the beans.
yeah. And again, what does
It's
a bean
probably
mean?
it's probably a baby.
You think it's their child?
I'm gonna go bury it in the woods real quick to keep it safe.
Yeah. Man, I really wish there was an update. I guess unless,
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised there isn't.
but maybe he just moved on with his life.
Yeah, or maybe she just moved on with her life.
Yeah, or maybe it was a child and they did bury it and then they got in trouble because they were endangering a child and now they're both like in
Oof.
jail.
I like it better as beans.
Yeah, it's beans. It can be beans.
This is the part where Lily would write down a shirt idea. It can be beans.
It can be beans. It's okay. Yeah. Crazy story.
What that phrase would mean is just, you know what? Loosey goosey. It can be beans.
It can be beans. So the first comment that I see is funny. It says, go to Reddit metal detecting and see if there's anyone in your area. DM me if you're near Denver. I'll find those fucking beans. Oh my
Wow.
God.
Oh, somebody says she never buried the beans. She took them and ran.
Mm-hmm.
She'll never spill the beans.
Oh, that's another thing. Like maybe she was stocking up for herself and she was planning to make a run for it this whole time, but was waiting until it was like not locked down anymore or something.
We've cracked the case.
Yeah, he had it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
All right, good. Well, let's move on to our next segment.
Okay.
This is a big leap, a big test.
Big experiment.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. What we're going to do, I don't have a name for this game. It could be called Butthole. Probably not. Okay.
It can be it can be beans. It can be butthole. Lily comes back. All the names of the games have turned into butthole, beans.
Hold on. Any episode that's just we've cracked it. The episodes where it's just you and me are called It Can Be Beans.
Yes. Okay, so what's it gonna be called?
This? I mean, I guess we could just call it like Tell Me About Yourself.
Tell me about yourself is fine.
Interview. Okay. All right, we've decided just now that we're going to call this segment Tell Me About Yourself. Here's what we're going to do. I've found a list of 50 interview questions, like job interview questions. Don't leave because we're going to make it fun. That's like as soon as I would hear job interview questions, I'd be like, oh, okay, guess I'm done. But we found on themuse.com a list of 50 interview questions. We are going to interview each other. But here's the It Can Be Beans twist is that the first person to laugh, the first person to make the other person laugh wins.
Is this a points thing? Like, are we going to play to 5 or play to a certain number?
Do you want to?
Yes, because I'm going to need...
Or do you want to just like end it as soon as one of us laughs? And that's the end of the episode.
How long do you think this is going to go? This is not going to be easy.
It could be first question. Could be like we never laugh. And this is the worst episode ever.
Okay. Is this
we
the
haven't
last
tried
thing
this.
we're doing?
This hasn't been play tested. Yes.
Okay.
Should we do to 2 or 3?
Best out of 3?
I fear that if we set the number too high,
We're going to go on forever and it's going to get boring.
yeah, we like after we laugh a few times, we get used to it. And then we're like, okay, I'm stoic.
Okay.
Which we have such a history of being.
Yeah, I don't feel confident.
Okay, 2 or 3?
3.
Okay, first to 3 wins then.
So what job are we interviewing for?
Oh, we should decide that. I think it has to be like a corporate, like you're in a suit and tie for this interview.
Okay.
And there are cubicles. I think it's got to just be like maybe it's supervisor, it's managerial as well.
Is it in tech or like finance?
Tech.
Okay.
A supervisor position at Google.
Oh God. Okay.
You have to use your imagination, listeners, because we're going to just swap off questions going down this list. Who is interviewing who?
All right.
Okay.
So we're interviewing for a managerial job at Google. It's something we're both so qualified for.
Yeah, we're so qualified for it and good at. As typical for most interviews, we're both limbering up. And I
know.
And I come in with, who wants to go first? Do you or shall I?
You ask a question first. I'm going to need time to get my serious face.
All right. Well, you have as long as this question is to get your serious face on, okay? Yes. Thank you for coming in and considering this position, Miss. I don't know what your name is.
Oh.
Miss Kremp.
No, actually, sorry. I put the wrong name in my email, so that's why you have it wrong. But my actual... I'm crying.
This doesn't count. We're not on the question yet.
This was not a good idea. Okay. I made myself laugh by thinking of all the possible names I could have gone with.
You emailed me the wrong name. Is that correct?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. It's just that I sent you the name, but I just had it legally changed to hot dog fingers.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess Miss Hot Dog Fingers. Interesting choice.
Okay.
Let's begin. I just have some simple questions to ask you. First one is just tell me about yourself.
Yeah, well, I hate hot dogs. Obviously. And
okay. Well, that's 1 point for you.
Okay. I'm so sweaty.
Me too.
Holding in the laughs is really hard. Okay, so is that the end?
That was hard because I was like, that's not going to get me. That's stupid. And then I was like, that's so stupid.
That's exactly. Okay. Do I ask you the same question or am I going to the next question?
No, we're going to go down the list.
All right, great. So walk me through your resume.
Oh, yes, of course. As you can see, I've had several jobs in the past, going all the way back to 2010. My first job was, it says here, beans. Just beans. My second job was a cat at a baseball games. I was big old cat. I do have experience at Google. I've Googled so many things. I can't tell you most of them. The last thing on my resume, I already put this job at Google. So I guess we're done here.
Oh, I was wondering about that. So you actually put that you worked here, and you said you worked here for 4 years.
Yeah. So I guess we don't need to continue. I'm good. I'm in. Okay, good show. Good show. Now you've upped the competition. The only thing I have to ask you next is, how did you hear about this position?
I didn't actually hear about this position. This is just on my way.
Nope. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and took a stroll, and I don't know, I came in here and I sat down and you were like, "Hey, wrong name." And I don't know, this is just like how things happen to me.
Ha. I'm good.
Damn it.
That was rough. I think once you get past the first part,
I know, it's that initial
you're
shock.
safe. Yeah.
Okay. So, why do you want to work at Google?
My toilet doesn't flush, so I need to go here. Yes.
Oh, that was good. That was so quick.
Okay, 1-1. It's hard to tell with the delay too, because I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
that was a
I laughed
misfire.
like as soon as you said it. It was over. Oh, okay.
Okay. Whew. Why do you want this job?
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. I don't know. Do I want this job? I don't know. I saw like 5 people come out of here looking like really stressed out. And this probably has like nothing to do with what I'm really good at, which is uphill skiing. I've trained my whole life.
How did you turn that around?
I don't know, because I had nowhere to go. I was like, I lost it, but it found its
You
way
said
back.
uphill skiing?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Oh, I only need 1 more point. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. First of all, I still don't know your name, but it's fine. Why should we?
Oh, it's sure.
Of course it is. Okay, Sherb. Why should we hire you?
Oh, easy. I can do this. So,
That's honestly really,
kind of a big deal.
really impressive. And I've never seen anyone do that,
Dang it.
especially in an interview. Haha. Okay.
Ah.
You've almost had me.
Do I have 1 and you have 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Serious face. Okay. Miss Hot Dog Fingers, what can you bring to the company?
Well, I already went over the skiing. And I think what's really cool about that is I actually invented uphill skiing. I was on a ski trip.
Interesting.
And I just kind of walked into it. I didn't really plan for it. I was there with my cousins. We were just trying to go to the mall, and we ended up at a ski resort. And I don't know, I just thought, why would we keep going downhill? Like, why wouldn't I just try something else? I've always been like the kind of person who doesn't think the same as everyone else. And yeah, so I just started making everyone, think different. And you should think about that as maybe
harder, not smarter. Okay.
Yeah. Well, think about it however you want to, I guess. Damn.
I think I made it through.
All right. Damn, I had somewhere I was trying to go, but I couldn't bridge the gap. I'll have to bring it into the next one. So, Sherb, what are your greatest strengths?
Probably my pecs. I can also eat a whole bag of potato chips in one go. And I can hold in a poop all day. Just you watch.
I have it's giving away. It's like, all you had to do is say poop. You can only say poop like 2 times. It's not fair.
Okay, I can't use it to win. That's one of the rules on It Can Be Beans. Poop cannot be a victory point.
Yeah, because it's like, that's my weakness. And
I can't tell when you laughed, though. Did I even need to add the just you watch me?
I didn't even hear that.
Okay, that's good to know.
No, it was pretty immediate.
Okay, Miss Hot Dog Fingers, What do you consider to be your weaknesses?
Well, people have told me that I smell terrible. So I don't know. I don't think that's a weakness, but I guess if I'm going to have to work with other people, they're probably not going to like that. I don't believe in math or like technology or like gravity.
Dang it.
Yes. Wait, does that count though?
No, wait.
Yeah, because we're going back
I mean,
and forth.
it counts, but also, yeah, I need to get one shot at redemption.
Okay.
Because I asked first.
Yeah, you can dig yourself out.
Oh my goodness.
I thought
you didn't have
I didn't think I had you.
And then I got myself because I imagined you answering immediately with just like, I smell really bad. Instead of like the long way to say it. But then gravity. Ugh.
So good. Because I was like, man, I
believe
lost
in
him.
gravity.
I was ready to
You
give
did.
up.
There's this, I think we're discovering a special skill in that you can lose it completely, but you persist.
I do. I will
Eventually,
just
it
try to
comes
find
back
my
around.
way. You know what this is from?
I will bail.
This is from years and years of prank phone calls, and like you have to just keep them on the line. So I don't know. This is a strange strength. I don't know if it's a strength, but it's I have experience here. And then just throw them a random punch. Okay,
All right.
Keep it together. All right, Sherb. I just have one more question. Can you tell me your greatest professional achievement?
Cartwheel. Did a cartwheel once. It was good too. I used both hands. Dang it.
You almost had me. I gave myself like a headache holding it in because it made me think of Creed saying like, I did it.
I know.
A perfect
That's why
cartwheel.
I said it.
Yeah.
Bow body.
That was good.
Ah,
Okay,
dang it.
that's a fun game.
You win. Yeah, that is a fun game, actually. I'm so glad that it worked.
Yeah, that was a really good one. And I feel like when we are in person, that'll be so fun. And we can have guests play too.
Yeah. Congratulations
Thank you.
on winning the very first game of Tell Me About Yourself or whatever we said. I think it was close. I feel like it was close.
It was really close. I almost did lose it at the end. And a couple other times.
It's a sweaty game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that does it, I guess, for the first episode of It Can Be Beans.
Now we've gone and done
only
it.
Mostly thread only mostly thread : It Can Be Beans.
It can be beans.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for listening to Only Mostly Thread. If you like us, you can follow us on socials at Only Mostly Thread and leave a review wherever you listen. Like a super duper like you're good at things. If you like us, consider supporting us on Patreon because you can get access to the community Discord or sporadic extras that we drop. Also, there are bonus episodes that come out that you can't hear or watch anywhere else. But no matter what, whenever you become a patron, you get a named shout out at the end of the episode, like Metal Matt and Clifford Favors. I'm still sure.
And I'm still hot dog fingers.
Is her first name Hot Dog and her last name is Hot Dog Fingers?
Yes. I'm hot dog fingers.
Just remember, never jeopardize the beans.
Yeah, because we do it for the beans.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this whole thing's been about.
I guess we're done.
I guess we're done. Could have done better at the end there.